Hello, I'm Rivers Buford, Director of Governmental Affairs for the Florida Institute of CPAs. When Florida's 60-day session of the legislature ended on May 5th, more than 1,800 pieces of legislation had been filed. Your FICPA Government Affairs team was there each day monitoring every bill, every amendment, and every committee meeting.
The session started with Governor Rick Scott and the legislature setting a goal to cut $500 million in taxes. How this goal was going to be achieved was a majority of what the session's lengthy debates were about. On top of the tax cuts, and specific to the profession, was legislation sponsored by Senator Jack Latval of Clearwater and Representative Jim Boyd of Bradenton. The legislation made changes to the licensure requirements under Florida Statute 473. The bill, Senate Bill 796, enables applicants for the CPA examination to fulfill the good moral character licensure requirement prior to taking the exam. The FICPA and the Board of Accountancy supported this legislation, and your governmental affairs staff advocated on behalf of its passage.
Some of the other bills that the FICPA monitored and that passed this session included a bill that increased the oversight of accountability on charitable organizations and a bill that increased the independence of the Inspector General's office, which was sponsored by FICPA member and CPA Representative Dan Rollerson. In addition to these bills, the FICPA advocated for funding for unlicensed activity education program to combat the unlicensed practice of accounting. The Clay Ford Scholarship Program that helped hundreds of accounting students realize the dream of becoming a CPA, and funding for the Board of Accountancy to continue providing the highest level of service to CPAs around the state.
The success the CPA profession has during the year and during session is dependent on the work that the FICPA does to build relationships with legislators, legislative staff, and committee staff. These relationships can't be built without FICPA members' participation. Our key person contacts are the front line of this advocacy effort and receive many calls during the session to reach out to a legislator on important issues. Be part of this KPC program and be the go-to person for your local elected official. It's important to remember that good public policy can only be achieved by having the best leaders elected to office. To ensure these candidates will understand the issues that are important to you as a CPA, your support of the Florida CPA PAC is essential. Take a moment to visit the Florida CPA PAC webpage and learn what the PAC does and how you can be part of this effort. To learn more about the legislation and issues I've talked about today, click on the 2014 Legislative Wrap-Up link below. We're here to support you and make sure that CPAs count in the political process.